Hello and welcome to this week's Marketing Mentor. I'm your host Hannah Statham, the founder and director of Media Mortar. In today's episode, I wanted to talk to you about a topic that might be a little bit controversial for a social media manager to talk about, and that's when shouldn't you outsource your social media? Now, I want to start this by saying I am a small business owner and I wear a lot of hats in the business, and often I love an outsource as quickly as I can get something off my plate, the better, so I can get back to doing the things that drive the most value to the business. So I see why social media is an obvious one for many business owners to hand over and give up. But it's not always the right one. And I wanted to take you through 3 reasons why you might not be ready to outsource your social media, just to keep in the back of your mind if you're thinking about it, because you need to be really ready to hand over your social media if it's to be a successful partnership for that agency and yourself. So the first reason you shouldn't outsource your social media is if you don't value social media. And the reason I say this is, and I talk about value in I guess a few different perspectives, is firstly, you need to place a value on why your business should be on social media. Otherwise, every invoice that agency is going to send to you, you're going to really resent paying because you think, well, why am I even here? The other aspect around value that you need to place on it is the time value on social media. Is the agency will be charging you based on their hours to complete the task. And if you run your social media accounts yourself, which I presume you do if you're thinking of outsourcing, you'll know how long it takes. But until you've really run your accounts yourself, you're never going to see the time value that that agency is offering, and you'll probably resent the bills and why it costs so much to outsource your social media. So really your first step if you're thinking of outsourcing it is to value it, and value it as a profession. So I have a friend who uses the term art v science when it comes to social media, and I think it's absolutely perfect. So I'm stealing it from you, Ashton. I love it because you've got the art of coming up with the post. It's the caption, it's the image, it's the content, the graphic design elements, those things, that's the art. And then you've got the science behind the distribution. And if you don't value both of them, or you can't see that both have to work in unison, you're not going to really love outsourcing your social media. So your first step if you're thinking it is, do you want to be on social media? Do you trust it enough? Do you value it enough for your business? Do you think it moves your business forward? Because just knowing you need to be there is probably not enough to warrant the outsource. Now, my second reason is that perhaps you're not ready to outsource is you're not ready to hand over the strings, or you want to keep really tight control over anything. And this is the same if you're thinking of outsourcing your web design or your graphic design or your imagery, your words, whatever it is, your bookkeeping. It doesn't even have to be a creative service. You have to be willing to let the professional at the other end take control. So one of the things we often see is that people want to manage everything, and you think, just do it yourself. It's totally fine. You can do that. So as part of our social media management process, you'll always get a round of review. In fact, as many reviews as you like. And we use a scheduling tool where you can hop in so you always can see what's coming. But some people, that's not enough. They want to be in charge of the full control of it, in which case, just do it yourself. It's fine. The outsource is not for you. Now, the third reason, and probably the most frequent one we see, is that you don't know who your business is targeting and you don't know what your product is for. Now, this is such a simple one. It goes to the heart of any sort of marketing, and I've talked about it on Marketing Mentor before, is you must know your target audience. Because as part of my job as a social media manager is I will come in and I'll help you write a strategy and I'll help define your target audience. But if you as the business owner don't know who your product's for or who it's selling to, it's really hard as a third party to get a really good understanding of your product. So it's important that you know your business vision, who it's for, what it's meant for, and who's going to buy it, so that your social media manager can absolutely take carriage of your accounts and make sure that your social media is getting the best possible results for you. So setting them up for success in that way. So they're my 3 reasons that you might not want to outsource your social media. Of course, lots of people do outsource their social media, and lots of people love outsourcing their social media. But if you're sort of a bit on the fence, I just wanted to flag those 3 areas that perhaps social media outsourcing isn't for you, in which case there's loads of other things that you can take off your plate if you're feeling inundated, because what we know about social media is it is time consuming, but there's other things you might want to consider, like scheduling, and we've written a blog post about that, or just outsourcing the parts of social media you can't do yourself, whether that's, say, taking the pictures or the videos, or perhaps it's just a proofreader or an editor to proofread your captions for you, and just to make sure your accountable. If you'd like more information about it or you really want to step up your social media game, please drop us a line. We're back running our quarterly marketing mentor program, which is our 3-month intensive where you get to work with me or one of the team one-on-one for 3 months to really up-level your marketing game. You'll find all the information online at mediamortar.com.au if you'd like to find out more. Thank you so much for joining me next week, and if you've got any questions you'd like me to cover, please drop me a line and I'll make sure we cover them in next week's episode. Thanks guys, bye.